Book of Heaven, Volume 36, April 12, 1938. In Voluntate Dei Fiat, the divine will pronounces its fiat in each act of one who lives in it, forming as many divine lives. How it gives itself prey to the creature and lets her do with it whatever she wants. Difference between living in the divine will and being resigned to it. I am always in the arms of the divine fiat, and oh, how I feel the need of its life that breathes, palpitates, and circulates in my poor soul. Without it, I feel that everything dies for me. The light dies, the sanctity, the strength, even heaven itself, as if it would no longer belong to me. But as soon as I feel its life, everything rises again in me. The light rises with its beauty, which vivifies, purifies, and sanctifies. My Jesus himself rises again with all his works. Heaven rises, which the Holy Will encloses in my soul, as though inside a sacrarium, to make it all mine. So if I live in his will, everything is mine, nor can I lack anything. Therefore, O Holy Will, as I begin this 36th volume, I pray you, I beg you, I implore you not to leave me alone without you even for one instant, so that you yourself will speak, will write. You yourself will make known who you are and how you want to be life of all in order to give your goods to all. If you let me do it, I won't be able to make you known as you want, because I am incapable. But if you do it, you will triumph. You will make yourself known and will have your kingdom in the whole world. O Holy Will, eclipse with your power all the evils of the creatures. Put your almighty basta, so that they leave the way of sin and may find themselves on the way of your divine will. To you, Mama, Queen of the Divine Fiat, I consecrate this volume in a special way, so that your love, your maternity may spread throughout these pages, to call your children to live together with you in that same will whose kingdom you possessed. And as I begin, kneeling at your feet, I implore your maternal blessing. So while my mind was immersed in the divine fiat, my sweet Jesus, visiting my little soul, with inexpressible goodness told me,
"My blessed daughter of my will, how many wonders my will can make in the creature, as long as she gives it the first place and all the freedom to operate. My will takes the will, the word, the act that the creature wants to do, identifies them with itself, invests them with its creative virtue, pronounces its fiat, and forms out of them as many lives for as many existing creatures. See, you are asking in my will for its baptism for all newborn babies that will come to the light of day, and therefore for its life reigning in them. My will did not hesitate one instant. Immediately it pronounced its fiat and formed as many of its lives for as many newborn babies coming to the light, baptizing them as you wanted, with its light first, and then giving its life to each one of them. And if these newborn babies, for lack of correspondence or lack of knowledge, will not possess this life of ours, yet this life still remains for us, and we will have many divine lives that love us, glorify us, bless us, as we love within ourselves. These divine lives are our greatest glory, but they do not put aside the creature who gave our fiat the occasion to form so many of our lives for as many newborn babies coming to the light. Rather, they keep her hidden within themselves to let her love as they love, and let her do what they do. Nor do they leave the newborn aside, but rather they are all eyes over them, guard them, defend them, to be able to reign in their souls. My daughter, who can tell you how much we love this creature who lives in our will? We love her so much that we place our will in her power, that she may do with it whatever she wants. If she wants to form lives of ours, we let her do that. If she wants to fill heaven and earth with our love, we give her the freedom to do it. So much so that she can make everyone tell us that they love us. Even in the tiny little bird that trills, warbles, and sings do, we hear the I love you of one who lives in our will. If in the ardor of her love she wants to love more, she enters into our creative act and she delights in creating for us new suns, heavens, and stars, making them say to us, without ever ceasing, I love you, I love you, taking on the role of narrator in narrating our glory. In our will, the creature's vision is sharp, and she is all attentiveness, all eyes to see what we want and how she can love us more.
My God, how many wonders, how many surprises are there in your will? Its sweet enchantment is such that one remains not only captivated, but as though embalmed, transformed into the very wonders of the Fiat, in such a way that one wouldn't know how to get out. Afterwards, I was thinking to myself, but what is the difference between one who lives in the divine will, one who is resigned to the painful circumstances of life, and one who doesn't do the divine will at all? And my sweet Jesus, coming back, added,
My blessed daughter, the difference is so great that there is no comparison at all. One who lives in my will has dominion over all, and we love her so much that we let her dominate even ourselves. And we are so pleased in seeing the littleness of the creature dominating us that we feel unusual joys because we see that our will dominates in the creature and she dominates together with our will. And oh, how many times we let her win. Many times our joy is so great that we let our will win in the creature rather than in ourselves. Furthermore, by living in our will, by being in continuous contact with it, she acquires the divine senses. She acquires a sharp vision, whose light is so penetrating and clear as to reach the point of becoming fixed in God, in whom she observes the divine mysteries. Our sanctity and our beauties become palpable for her, and she loves them and makes them her own. With this eye of light, she finds her Creator everywhere. There's nothing in which she does not find him. With his majesty and his love, he envelops the creature and makes her feel how much he loves her. In feeling loved, he loves her, and oh, what unspeakable joys on both sides, as she feels loved and loves him in everything. She acquires the divine hearing, and immediately she hears what we want. She is always intent on listening to us, nor is there any need to repeat what we want again and again. A small sign is enough, and all is done. She acquires the divine sense of smell, and by just smelling, she senses whether that which surrounds her is good and holy and belongs to us. She acquires the divine sense of taste, so much so as to fill herself up with love and with all that is heaven. Finally, in our will, she acquires our touch in such a way that everything is pure and holy, and there is no danger that even the slightest breath may shade her. All beautiful, lovely, and graceful is the one who lives in my Fiat. On the other hand, one who is only resigned does not live in continuous contact with us. It can be said that she knows nothing about our Supreme Being. Her sight is so weak and sickly that it is painful for her even to look. She suffers from a last-stage myopia, such that she can hardly see even the most necessary objects. She can hardly hear, and how much it takes to make her listen to us, if she listens at all. Her sense of smell, taste, and touch sense what is human. They feed on what is earthly. They feel the touch of passions, the sweetness of mundane pleasures. And while she may do my will in painful circumstances and encounters, she does not feed on it every day, but when she has the occasion, my will offering her a sorrow. Oh, how weak, nervous, and sickly they grow, such as to arouse pity. Poor creature, without my continuous will, how I pity her. Finally, as for one who is not even resigned, she is blind and deaf with no sense of smell at all. She loses her taste for anything that is good. She is a poor, paralyzed one, who cannot even help herself. She forms around herself a web of unhappiness and sins, such that she is unable to get out.
Fiat,